Hello. Hi. Hope you're doing well this evening out there, internet. I am Dryargetta, joined today by E.
Hello.
And today we're gonna climb some mountains. We're gonna rock some cliffs. We're gonna free solo. I think this game is free soloing. I don't think you have.
You're
like,
free balling?
Yeah. Well, that too. That's just normally what I do on Wednesdays, though.
True.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we don't have the camera go any lower.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't go any lower. I actually only wear half of a shirt also, so tore the other half off. You know how it goes. So yeah, today we're gonna be playing Jusant or Jusant. I don't really.
Just ants.
Just ants. You all look like just ants from up here. From what I understand, it is a vertical exploration game. So there's many different paths up this mountain, and you can choose where you go.
Is it like Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy?
I haven't played that, so I don't know.
True.
I've played Grow Home, and I've heard it's kind of like that.
That's a game I've always wanted to play, but never did.
I think you'd enjoy it quite a bit. It's very quirky. It's fun.
I bet.
I don't think you'd like the second one so much. The second one's a little bloated, but that first one, yeah.
Also, yeah, so I'm listening. I think me go down sound a bit.
Me go down sound a bit.
Yeah.
How's that?
Test. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's more even with us.
Okay, cool. The other, oh, Sam says play Miniko's Night Market. I don't know what that is. I assume it's kind of...
It's about a cat.
That sounds about right. I bet it's about a cat, actually, yeah. Bet it's about a cat in the market at night. I would take a bet on that one.
$50.
$50. All right. So let's go ahead and I have to get over to this so you guys are going to see. Well, if I fade quickly, actually. I can do it fast. Fade.
Whoa, fast fade?
And then you barely even see what our Discord looks like. It's a mess,
Okay.
so...
That's not a fast fade.
Well, I reacted quickly after the fade is really what I mean.
I'm gonna say you could with your fade you could probably react in the 5 seconds and still be good.
Yeah, it's a 10-second fade. So yeah, new game here. Everything's lining up.
Sam saying it. Miniko's might get very cat-based, charming, and adorable.
I assume you're a cat.
Well, Jirai hates charming video games, unfortunately.
Jusant.
So.
Ah, French! French nautical term for receding tide.
You know, Jirai, for someone who doesn't like French stuff, you sure choose a lot of French things.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Tired of all these fucking croissants in my mail.
Then why'd you play the game called Jusant?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Sam saying you are in fact not a cat in Mineko.
You just have many cats then?
Is this Mad Max?
Yes.
Is this Nausicaa Valley of the Wind?
There's more things. This is less deserty than Mad Max. Well, depends on the Mad Max, I guess. 1 and 2. Well, 1, not super deserty. It's literally just filmed in Australia. It takes place in, like, during Apocalypse Australia, where it's just bikers. And then the second one's way more Apocalypse. The third one is dumb. And then Mad Max Fury Road is fucking amazing.
I'll never know.
Sam says in that game you can plant magic toe beans and get cats. Do love some toe beans.
The titular Jusant?
I think it might be. Have you not heard of this game, E?
No. I
always choose like the weird indie games you've never heard of.
You choose ones that are like made by not actual indies, I feel like. No, I'm sure.
I don't know. I don't know if Don't Nod is indie anymore.
Let me look at Jusant. I was just on my mind because the fucking Game Awards has a super not indie game in the indie category.
Dave the Diver or whatever.
It's probably gonna win, yeah. Let's see. Don't Nod.
Yeah, I don't know if they're...
Don't Nod say they are indie, so...
They're AA then.
Probably.
Man, is that game like super loud?
Oh, sorry, I have it muted on Discord.
I feel like it's coming through like super loud for me, so I don't know what it's coming through for you guys.
Seems reasonable on stream.
Cool. Sam, you can be the judge. Let me know if it gets too cray. Sam says, I think I've seen this on Game Pass. It is on Game Pass.
That's why Jiraiya never plays an indie game not on Game Pass.
Yeah, that Nintendo Direct Nindies thing the other day. And I was like, oh man, these all look like indie games that I would play on anything but a Switch.
So here's the fun trick. All of them are not on a Switch.
Yeah, there's only like 2 of them are like timed exclusives, but everything else is just coming out on everything.
Yeah, well, that's just how all the Nintendo indie things are, is 99.9% of them are not on a Switch.
Yeah.
It's just not really worth, like, making exclusive stuff for indie consoles, honestly.
Yeah, indie game, it doesn't make sense to do exclusive.
Unless, like, you really want to mess with a gimmick from one of them, but it really isn't.
Chapter 1.
Which, like, some things do, like, I think it's called like Vitamin K or something, does use the fact that there's Joy-Cons a lot and how they're separated in specific ways, but
weird. And
I bet there's some indie developer that could really come up with a good idea with haptic feedback. It's not me. Oh, you only have one arm.
I have 2 arms.
Never mind. Oh shit, that's coming straight out your ass.
Yeah, it is. That's where you wanted to go. Oh man, made a weird moan too. The icon displays the rope's main carabiner. When full, it means the rope is wound. When empty, the rope is attached to a wall. How do I unattach it?
Well, then I keep saying release.
Oh, hold to wind and rope. There you go.
What did the rope? I guess if he fell.
Yeah. So you don't just lose a ton of progress.
Let's do a challenge try. How far can you go without using the rope?
It attached by itself, so I don't know. The reviews automatically secure the climb and show you the right path to take.
What do you mean right path? It's a mountain.
You know how paths do. This is like the interim act between the action parts of every Uncharted game, but it's the whole game, I think.
So better.
Uncharted 4 is super fun to climb around in, actually.
Listen, if your like thing is like, listen, the 4th one in the series, what the fuck just happened?
I jumped weird and then it did a thing.
Yeah, just like the 4th one in the series, oh, that one plays good.
I mean, I think they all play well in their own right. But I think the climbing is when it starts to feel really good.
That's what you're saying if you have to get extremely used to controls, is it's good in its own right.
It's just it's way more limited. There's like a ton of exploration in 4. The difference. Ooh, what's over there?
Uncharted is not a game for me.
Not an e-game at all. I thought about trying to make you play that, but like there's just no way. The 3 smaller icons represent secondary pins. If they're full, they're available to use. If they're empty, the pins are already attached to the wall. Okay.
Actually, you know, since we're probably not gonna stream it, as far as I'm aware, any like thoughts about Game Awards stuff happening?
I would like to stream it
and stuff. Oh, do we? Okay.
Yeah, I would like to stream it again this year. I don't think we'll do like a partner stream again, like we did last time.
It
but
didn't do anything really.
Didn't affect us at all. Didn't help us either.
No. I don't know, cause like we say it didn't help us, but also we didn't get hit with anything but the Nintendo thing far down the line.
That's true.
Like most streamers I know that aren't partnered, like cut off when it plays music, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe we will then.
I don't know.
If it's offered, just, like, I don't even know if it's gonna be offered again this year.
Yeah. We could just talk.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not looking forward to whatever fucking jokester tries to jump on the cliff or on the stage again.
Another person tried to do that during Gamescom.
Yeah.
They got him quick, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but, like, God.
It's gonna happen again, yeah.
It's just
I imagine security's gonna be crazy. If security isn't crazy this year, maybe I'll be angry, actually, because, like, what are you fucking doing? You know people are gonna try and be crazy. Why aren't you having security?
Yeah. Well, it's this stuff that's annoying about whenever something like that happens, is like everyone wants to be that jokester.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like, I already was like, man, it's kind of not cool that that guy did that.
Yeah.
Which some people disagree with for some reason. But like, also, that's just gonna lead to more of that stuff, and that just makes it worse for everyone else.
Yeah. It's gonna
They're
make
gonna be more selective about who gets to go in now, and this and that.
I mean, hopefully they just treat it like a normal award show and not like a, I don't know, something weird. So, just treat it with real security. They have like actual people there who run businesses and stuff. Like, treat it like that. Let's see. Another sleep turning over stones at the old Delta. Harvest. 2 belay stations for parts. A good catch. That should be enough to reopen the route to the old Cape. Otherwise, it's all smooth sailing. A couple of old lanterns I think can revive. Folks used to throw this stuff away. Oh, and I finally caught an old knitting machine for Ennio, who's been asking for one for cycles. Not in great shape, but we should be able to tinker with it. Still not sure I'm gonna haul it up to low tide, though. Note to self. Stop doing business with Rem. All he does is dismantle my discoveries and sell them for parts in the Heights. He claims to be a repairman, but he's nothing but a foam salesman. That's what.
So, Liz saying, are we talking about the Game Awards? Kind of.
Just
like
tangentially, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you know, you're in the AAA stuff, so it's more catered to you. Is there any like snuffs you feel like? Is that the right term?
Any snuff films you know about? I feel like everything. Well, actually, the one thing that I do think kind of got snubbed is God of War. It came out super late last year, and so it kind of didn't get it. It wasn't nominated for anything last year, actually, because it came out so close to the Game Awards. So whenever it came time to, like... Sorry, like... Ugh, not getting there. What am I supposed to do?
So Liz saying you'll also like AAA. I do not keep up as much to actually like have any stake in a Game Awards. My category is indie, and I mostly get upset because indie gets like 2 things, and they also put AAA games in the indies sometime.
They do. Oh, I see.
Like, AAA games I played this year are Pikmin 4, Mario Wonder.
Last of Us.
That was last year.
Oh, we played that
Like,
last year already?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, holy shit. That was a long time ago.
I'm the poster person for Nintendo. So, I'm trying to say, I don't think Nintendo... Well, okay, you know, people cared about Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't play it. I don't know about much that I feel like deserves an award from Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
I think the Mario Wonder one's funny that it's for Game of the Year, because it's like, it was a good Mario game, yeah.
That's actually kind of the thing that I think is funny that I've been hearing is like, yeah, it's a really good Mario game, but like, it's a Mario game. Like, it's not like this big, strange thing.
Like, Mario Wonder isn't even my favorite platformer that came out this year.
But yeah, I don't think any like AAA game besides God of War Ragnarok really got snubbed, but anyway, Alan Wake got way more noms than I thought it was gonna get.
They put a lot of money into that, so they want to make sure they get everything back.
Yeah, and it's honestly deserving. It is such a good fucking game. Even outside of me just being a giant Alan Wake fan, I think it's just really, really good survival horror with a story that is strangely deep and well written for a video game. I think that also has to do with like it's very filmic and television showy with a lot of like the live action stuff that's implemented with it. So
we'll see. Eventually, I'll play Alan Wake.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2 is definitely way different from Alan Wake 1. Super different games.
Like, what about vibes wise?
Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, super, super different games.
Dang, that means even if I don't like Alan Wake 1, I have to play 2.
Yeah, you might still like 2. You've already played Control, so you've got that under your belt.
Control is cool.
Control's cool.
Let's see. Also listing AAA is all listing. Yeah, but like, I basically am a 6th of AAA in my like general playing video games.
Yeah, you don't do a lot of AAA stuff.
No, I mean I only own a Switch.
Yeah. Yakey, how are the things at the sawmill? This has been slow at the restaurant. Almost no one came to the last music night. No people are climbing down from all over. I know we don't play the shells anymore, but still. I was thinking that adding scaffolding to the side of the upside-down cliff might help steer passerby this way. I miss seeing a packed patio. You take care of it? I checked the low tide and everyone agrees. Hey, Mo.
It's packed.
Listen, these things happen. I hope one day you'll ask me to do something besides taking boats apart to make ladders. Like, I'm free for romantic dinner for 2. Anyway, all good for your scaffolding since the village approves. I don't have much wood to choose from after that new path to the plain I had to build, but I still have a wreck or 2 left. I'll get to it when the currents allow. I owe you one. Thanks. You're the best, by the way. Do you ever run into old Sanja? I think she's rummaging around in your area right now. If you see her around, do you mind telling her I need a new hob for my oven? Mine's taking on water. In the meantime, set sail for the restaurant. I'm not sure how romantic it will be, but we can always share a half-cooked meal. Interesting. So this all used to be underwater then. That's what I'm understanding.
I think they just said their oven was taking water.
Yeah, but like there's all these boats and stuff around.
I guess. Global warming.
Yeah.
It seems that it would suck to live there. Yeah, you know, probably. I think most post-apocalyptic games. It's not ideal. So Sam saying Starfield was pretty snubbed.
It only got 2 noms.
I don't know. I feel like, you know, obviously we're different things, but I did not hear much about Starfield after it came out.
Starfield was one of those ones that got a lot of hate after a little while.
Yeah. But like even after that, like I haven't really heard anyone being like, "Oh yeah, it's like one of the best games that came out this year."
Oh, I wouldn't even say that. I think it maybe
like
is a very good one of those games, but
and there were like 20 of those games that came out this year though.
Yeah, like it's fun. I did enjoy playing it, but then Spider-Man came out and then Alan Wake came out, so I don't know if I will ever go back to it at this point, because it's one of those things where like you put a game like that down long enough, you just forget the vibe that you had going with it.
Yeah. So someone just unplugged the drain at the bottom of the sea, says the food. Sam saying, I think it's enjoyable. A lot of people fell off fast. Yeah, I think there is some burnout happening with a lot of people now.
Yeah, it's also
not
like
to
one
the
of
extent
those...
it's gonna change like the market anytime soon, but
yeah, it's also one of those games to where like it's not doing anything terribly different from any of their other games, so it doesn't feel like a must-play. Like this is a huge thing. It just kind of feels like one of those games.
Also, you know, like games like Baldur's Gate 3 came out this year.
Baldur's Gate 3 came out.
Overshadow. That's gonna win like everything.
I would be shocked if that doesn't win everything, actually. It's not a game that I will ever play, probably, because it's one of those things where I actually do want to play that in co-op if I'm ever going to play it. I have a friend who just beat it the other day, and he ended up putting like 140 hours into it or something like that for one playthrough.
Yeah, I'll never do that. I'll put 80 hours into a platformer that I really like, but never... In my heart of hearts, I think Pizza Tower is gonna win the double jump. What?
Hell yeah! Now this is video games.
Probably win the indie if Dave the Diver, whatever the hell that is, doesn't. Though there's also like breakout indie, which is also a category that doesn't make any sense.
Well, because you know there's indie developers, and then there's indie developers that haven't done anything.
Yeah, except they almost all have.
But what about the ones that didn't?
The only one that I think can count is Pizza Tower, because that is, I believe, their first finished video game.
Oh.
But, like, I would have to check them again, but almost always it's, like, not really. Like, the company has done something else, or had people who did something else before that. It's just, like, I don't know, kind of weird how it works.
Yeah, I think the nominations for some of, like... Honestly, the things for not AAA stuff this year, I think did get snubbed a bit.
Yeah.
Which, I think there were a bunch of categories, because I was actually voting on it. And there were a bunch of categories that were, like... I was talking to Liz about, I was like, I have no idea what the fuck this is even going on about with any of these games, or, like...
Yeah. I already felt like I had issues when they started adding stuff like best game direction or whatever the hell.
I mean, that one's fine.
Best studio direction.
That makes sense to me. Like, that's a big AAA thing. Game direction is a huge thing.
I'm saying I feel like that was like the start of them adding these nonsense categories. When it as it gets farther and farther from being about the video games themselves.
I would disagree. I would say that is about the video games still. AAA has a ton of cutscenes, like story and what you're doing with that, and that's very important to those games. So I do think that's fairly relevant for most of those. Actually, for anything that was nominated for like Game of the Year, I think story was a big part of those.
Did I say story at all?
Game direction.
I said. Oh, okay, sure.
Huge part of story.
I was more talking about like the studio direction award for like nonsense starting.
I don't know. I think most of the awards made sense, honestly. Like, I wasn't bothered by any of them. There's just things that, like, I am not in that niche culture of, like, I don't play RPGs, so I don't have any opinion on that. I don't play a lot of super indie games, so I don't have any opinion on that. I don't play any esports type of game, so I don't have any opinion on that.
You don't play fighting games.
Don't play fighting. Yeah, like, I didn't vote on the best fighting game, didn't vote on best RPG, didn't vote based on esports things. I just don't know about that stuff. So, like, my opinion
I'm
shouldn't
glad
count.
you didn't vote. I feel like most people still try to vote for some reason.
Yeah, like, my opinion shouldn't count on that stuff. I don't know anything about it.
I think Street Fighter should win best fighting game, but I think Mortal Kombat is going to win.
I don't think Mortal Kombat will win.
I think it is. Mortal Kombat's super fucking popular.
Yeah, but I don't think it's better. I don't think it was more well received than Street Fighter this year, even.
Yes.
Was it? Because people fucking love Street Fighter.
People fucking love Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat has Omni-Man in it.
I guess, but like I heard so much buzz about Street Fighter.
That's because you're online. Mortal Kombat is much more casual. What's the word? Like casuals like Mortal Kombat a lot more than Street Fighter, I would argue.
I agree. I like Mortal Kombat more than Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those people that like play a fighting game for the campaign. So like Street
Fighter 6 had one.
Street Fighter 6 had one, but like it didn't have like an insane dumbass story, which Mortal Kombat had. If I were to buy a fighting game,
I'm playing it and the story is pretty dumb.
Let's see here. Lynn's gone to the heights to ask to extend the site. The boss gone, the wind's gone out of her sails when it comes to digging. It's not such a bad thing. Lifting boxes, crates, and barrels is my area of expertise. But shifting their old stones? The slightest pitch and roll? Everyone's knees start quaking. Anyway, I was just getting used to the idea of working with archaeologists, making myself useful again. And already the work's dried up. I doubt it'll start up again. I don't see how we can move forward. How about you? How are things in load time? Is Dee Dee still refusing to go to school? Here's next person, E.
Okay. My love, I'm so happy to hear from you. We miss you. So much, Dee says. I'm homeschooling her and I'm very much out of my depth. Do you remember the names of all the regions of the tower? I don't even remember learning that. I gave Dee an old homework assignment about the old altar to keep her busy for a while. She's supposed to copy the design. I didn't go in with her. It's been ages since I last ventured behind the village. I've forgotten how dark it is. But you know Dee, she's gutsy, and she enjoys diving into the past just like you. Speaking of which, how have your archaeologists found out a way to the tides work? let me take another swing at that one. Speaking of which, have your archaeologists found out how tides work? They've been digging for a while now. Get it? Do you know when you'll be able to come back up here?
Interesting.
Never. Kill these fucking creatures.
I got stuck.
Shoot them with your goddamn rope.
Rope powers activate. That won't let me.
Be like Spider-Man.
I beat Spider-Man. I actually platinum Spider-Man yesterday.
That's wild.
Good fucking game. Very easy platinum also, though. There needs to be a separate category for Sony exclusive platinums. They're super easy.
I think achievements just don't have a standard, so who cares?
They could be a fun driving point, like a good excuse to play something more.
No, that's not what I said at all. I'm saying there's no standard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not.
Also, that's a cool tower.
That's a very cool tower. It's a cool shot.
Wake should win because Spidey was too easy. That's not how things are determined.
I mean, I also only need 3 more trophies to get the platinum on Alan Wake 2. But I played the shit out of Alan Wake 2. Hey, Bianca. How are things down there? I hear your boss sailed off into the horizon? Good riddance. Never liked him anyway. Things here at the hut are pretty quiet. Not many people stop by these days. A seasonal job when there are no more seasons. Starting to get bored. You can tell because I've started scratching letters. Tell me something to distract me, won't you? This is Yui.
Oh, Emmy, I'm so glad to hear from you. Yeah, I'm about as useful as a buoy on dry land, but no surprises there. You've been gone for a while, so maybe you don't know, but everything here is closed, except for old Eno's shop. He's still raising his chocos. Besa tried to convince him to leave, though. Remember Besa? The little terror from the back of the classroom? They got caught in quite a gale. It was amazing. No one's dared try since. Do you think they're going to keep you on if people stop coming by? You might see more folks soon, though. I came across a classified ad. They're mounting an expedition to explore the crow's nest. I'd like that. But going off an adventure with strangers? Ugh.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Heading for the clouds, huh? That sounds like quite something. I'll better stock the hold. Weird. I bet they'll come this way. You know what? You should join them. Come see me too. You don't have any excuses since you're out of a job. It'd be nice to change. It would be a nice change for the few stray travelers that still come by. Hey, the other day another climber got stuck at the Weeping Rock Pass. I had to go fetch him. If only you could have seen them. Stupid enough to eat hay, as they say around here. Okay, it's settled. I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, you know how they say. Stupid enough to eat hay. Everybody says that.
Hay today, on tomorrow.
Just hopefully you don't find that needle.
Still saying, listen, the Game Wars are young, they'll learn one day. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like super into all award shows, so I'm like a Debbie Downer, obviously. But
you are a Debbie Downer on award shows.
I feel like, to me personally, they've like decreased in value as the time's gone by.
I don't know. I don't know what perceived value people have on them, because I always just considered award shows like a bunch of people in the industry deciding, hey, you did great on this. You deserve some acknowledgement by the greater masses of how good you did, and we want to let everybody know how good you did. And I think everybody considers it to be like, this is the de facto thing. Like, this is the only thing that's ever going to matter from this thing, because we say so. So I don't know.
I mean, I definitely agree that people take too much stock in it. If that's what you're getting at.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
I mean, it's basically the same sense of like just the game ratings and whatever, anyways, that critics or whatever give them, where people care way too much about that.
Yeah, people put a lot of their own like personal thoughts and opinions into game reviews. Or like they put their own
a game review is subjective.
Yes, it is. But like what I'm trying to say is like people who didn't write it put a lot of like not faith. They put a lot of like hope in something. Like they put a lot of themselves into hoping that everybody agrees with how good this thing is. Because if they agree this thing that you love is good, that means you are good. I think is how a lot of people view it.
I think a lot of it boils down to we're in one of the few generations that's just gotten constant bombardment of ads as a kid. And I think that has led to fucked up thoughts, basically.
Well, I mean, like, every generation has their own ads everywhere in one way or another. Ads have always been strewn at people's faces throughout time.
I mean, there's definitely a lot more now. And I feel like they've shifted... I shouldn't say they shifted, like, how they do the ads. Because in a way, they're still pretty similar. But, like, I don't know, like... I got... probably like 1/5 of a lot of my childhood was seeing advertisements.
I mean, that's everybody's childhood. Watching television is mostly ads. Reading magazines is mostly ads. Going to stores is mostly ads. Like, ads have always been everywhere. No matter anything that involves entertainment or communication, there's always going to be ads. Always have been ads.
I'm just saying the amount of ads you probably see is direly increasing, as well as direct advertisements to children has been increasing. And I think just like, when you're a kid, you care a lot about that stuff. And I feel like just a lot of them don't grow out of that. And ads directly are like influence what the kids care about, obviously.
I don't know. I don't think it's like a new thing. I just think that it's different of how it's consumed. That's all. Everything's just different on how it's consumed. And ads have always been everywhere. As long as people have been selling things, there have been ads. I'm going to read this note, though. Logbook. 12 octaves after the Jusant. I'm finally leaving. I'm so happy I couldn't sleep a wink. The old harbor master's office, a note caught my eye. It sounded like poetry. Expedition to the clouds, seeking hope and water. Join us at 12 octaves, Becca and Arlo's farm, Highfield, to journey together. After spending so long marinating and trying to find meaning in life, it'll be good to see the world. As Emma would say, hopefully we'll be stopping by her hut. Just the thought of seeing her again is enough to tell me I'm making the right decision. With any luck, there'll be other adventurers leaving from low tide. I don't want to make my way to the meeting point with the rest of the expedition all by myself. The only time I ever left here was for the harvest festivals when I was just a small fry. So an expedition like this is no small matter. They want to set sail for the clouds. Oh no, my parents. I forgot about them. I'm going to tell them, hey folks, I'm off on an adventure, see you around, and if only I make it back alive? Of course, Bianca dear, don't forget to bring snacks. Better not say anything. I should bring snacks. What else? What do people normally take on this type of trip? One thing's for sure. What's a journey without a logbook? I've got it covered. I plan to make like the expeditions that set off for the salt plain in search for springs. I'm going to scatter my journal entries along the way for anyone who might come after us, starting with this message. Farewell, my lighthouse. You welcome me with wonder and have kept me company as I've pondered too much. You've always been there for me. I'm leaving you to the weave beaks, who watch over you from the sky. And to watch over this message, I'm leaving one of my creations. Adventure calls. Bianca.
If there's anything they say about before going on a very dangerous trip, don't tell anyone.
Yeah, that's what they always say. Don't tell anybody and leave mysterious messages around. Okay. Hand's not doing anything here.
Dead. If you climb up where the things to climb up are.
I don't think I can get that high.
That's how I plan to go out. You're gonna ask Sam to be on the podcast one day, never hear anything, and then just never hear from her ever again.
Hopefully not. That'd be terrible. Be horrible.
You know what I'm feeling so far, Jiraiya?
What's that?
I would get very sick playing this video game.
You think?
Yes.
Why?
Just watching it's making me kind of queasy.
What? Really?
Yes,
Weird. Why?
because it's a lot of movement and in a lot of very high areas, and constantly turning camera.
Oh, so video game.
No, I play a lot of 2D video games. I feel like you like really
Oi.
forget that. Like, did you just hang yourself? What just happened?
Yeah, kind of, a little bit.
Like, I feel like we have this discussion everywhere where like the answer is yes, 3D video games make me more motion sick, and especially ones with high movement. And you're like, no, that's just video games.
I mean, yeah,
That's
to
just
me,
all
that's,
video games.
to me, video games just involve movement and moving the camera around. Like, that's video games.
There's so like this is such a different thing than all video games. Sanchez says a lot of my least favorite type of platforming. Up.
Hey, there we go. Oh no, the climbing actually feels pretty good in this, honestly.
No, I mean, looks good. The fact it like will snap to a random animation tells me that it's not like a bunch of pre-baked stuff that probably would be kind of clunky, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, didn't make it.
And I could never do something like this in real life, even if like it was 2 feet.
Yeah, I couldn't climb like this. I've climbed similar things, but nothing like that.
I've climbed the incline, and that's it.
Stairs?
Yeah, the incline.
That's fair.
I mean, calling it stairs is
I asked Mo for help, but it's no use. The door won't budge. There's no way of knowing how its inner mechanisms work. Does it have anything to do with the lost ocean? Mo wasn't much of a handyman either, but you'd think we would have been able to figure it out between the two of us. Had away anchor a date. He said, it's true, he did seem rather dressed up to tinker around. Rather perfumed, too. None of this answers my questions. I've explored you from deck to hold, and I'm no further along than when I started. I still don't know what you could have been used for. My lighthouse. Your paintings to allude to water falling from the sky. But, pfft, that's pretty vague. Now what am I supposed to do?
I hope we're not expected to know any of these characters.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to know all these characters. It just seems like a lot.
This is giving me vibes of that Space One Outer Worlds.
Outer Wilds?
Outer Wilds? Yeah.
I think it's Outer Wilds? Yeah.
It's one of the two.
One of those two. With the dialogue stuff for sure.
Yeah.
But there's an actual end to this game. It's just way up there. I think there's an actual end to the other game too, but I'm too stupid to figure it out.
Alright, so Gerard, I'm gonna need you to never do that motion ever again, what you just did with the camera.
Looking directly up?
Looking directly up, moving side to side, then moving back down.
Well, that might happen again. I don't know.
The horn.
But yeah, with the Game Awards, I think Baldur's Gate is going to take a lot of it.
Sure.
I think Spider-Man 2 will take a bunch of it. I hope Alan Wake gets something. Just give it
Alan Wake
something.
will get best video game that's also basically a TV show.
I mean, it's a lot of
That's one of the
gameplay,
categories.
but the cutscenes that are there are very television.
Oh yeah, there's one of them's best like other media based off of a video game with all the movies and TV
Oh yeah, it's
shows.
basically like an adaptation award.
Yeah, which I think that's kind of weird, but
Oh, it's fine.
Last of Us is probably winning that.
Yeah, that's what I voted for.
Em says cute little blob. Looks
It's
like
cute.
boobs.
Boobs the Blob.
Let me just ruin it immediately. 5 more to go, or 4 more to go, Dre.
Nice. Hey, did you see that news about live-action Legend of Zelda?
That it exists, yeah.
Yeah, they're working on it.
I have no opinions on it.
Nothing?
No. I mean, I wish it was animated, but whatever.
This is one I actually wish was animated as well. I think it's going to be really difficult to do live action.
I want it animated in the Wind Waker style.
That'd be cool.
But I also I think Wind Waker is like the peak of Zelda styles.
It's a very good art style. It's a very good art style.
It's it's a good art style because they used it more than once.
Yeah.
They don't do that. There's like 4 games that have the Wind Waker art style.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately, 2 are on DS, and I've been playing that one, and man, it's kind of stanky. Controls are bad.
Is he pointing to where I have to go?
Change your angle and try. I don't think he is.
Oh, I see. There's just a thing over here.
I've been playing the Generating Echo. What?
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool. I've been playing the DS Zeldas. They thought a good control scheme was use the touchscreen to move and attack and interact with things and everything.
Yeah, I think my least favorite portable Zelda is the train one.
That's the one I'm playing.
Yeah, I think that's my least favorite one.
I'm really I get both of the DS ones confused together all the time.
That's fair. Like I said, I only knew it as the train one, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it does not control. Yeah, Spirit Tracks. There's Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. I'm pretty sure I'm playing Spirit Tracks.
I liked Phantom Hourglass a lot. There's one puzzle in there that pissed me off, though.
Is it the one where you have to close your DS?
Yeah, it's the one where you have to close your fucking DS.
They keep doing that. Like, I got pissed because that's one of the things in fucking Link Between Worlds, which is like one of the best Zelda games, but god damn it, that's not a fun solution.
Yeah, it's really not.
Like, that's not, you can't intuit that. Pokemon has some stuff like that too. In the 3DS Pokemon, one of the Pokemon's evolution is specifically if you're holding your DS upside down.
So fucking dumb.
And like, you can kind of get it because the evolution's like an upside down version of the first one, but like, that's stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe after, because maybe if I don't completely hate Spirit Tracks, maybe after I'll try Phantom Hourglass, and maybe I'll be like, oh, this one's much better.
I think you'd like Phantom Hourglass more. Feels more Wind Wakery.
I love the vibes from Spirit Tracks. I love that Zelda gets to do stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, so Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda, but that is definitely my least favorite part about Wind Waker is that they just like, oh, look at this cool character, Tetra. She's great.
Yeah.
She now gets to be lame. She now gets to do nothing and sit and then get kidnapped.
You know how cool this character was for the whole game? What if we didn't do that anymore?
What if we whitewashed her?
Yeah.
And we'd be like, oh, it's just makeup. It's like, yeah, that's makeup also can whitewash people. It just frustrates me because Tetra is genuinely such a cool character. For a Zelda game and whatever, like the stipulation of that.
Yeah, if you have to put a asterisk on it. Alright, looks like I can kind of... No? Looks like I can kind of go 2 ways here.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna pull up the Game Awards real quick and just see how many of them I've played.
Oh, I bet it's so few.
Let's see. Let's get the nominees. Let's view all categories. Alright, so Game of the Year, I have played 1. Game Direction, I have played 1. It's the same game, so I'm not going to count it twice, though. I'm still at 1.
Yeah.
Best narrative, none of these. That's Alan Wake's surely gonna win that one, right?
It has to. I don't know how it couldn't. Well, isn't Baldur's Gate in there though?
Oh yeah. Wait, let me check. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
You know, right? Cyberpunk.
Some. There's Robbies in the world, man. That's all I'll say. There's Robbies.
Final Fantasy 16.
People liked the narrative in that a lot, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so best art direction, 1. It's still the same 1. It's still Super Mario Wonder, so I'm still at 1.
Nice, nice.
Best score, none. Best audio design, none of these. To be fair, most of these are the same.
Yeah.
Like 6 games, so. Best performance, none of these. Innovation, none of these. Oh wait, nope, Street Fighter 6, so I'm at 2. Games for Impact, none of these. Ongoing, none of these. Community support, none of these. Indie game. Oh wait, sorry. Best independent game. That's different from indie game. Or is? Actually, wait. No, is this the indie game? No, yeah, this is the indie game. Where's Pizza Tower? I thought Pizza Tower was in here.
Pizza Tower wasn't there, I thought.
I'm not seeing it. It's only listing 5. And none of these I've played. Oh, sorry. Pizza Tower gets to be under Best Debut Indie Game, which can be in the other one, but doesn't get to?
Yeah, it's not the debut, so this doesn't count.
No, the other ones, like, are in there. Like, Cocoon and Dredge are both in both categories.
Oh. Huh.
Again, what is this? What is the debut category? It doesn't make any sense.
I think it's something that
Anyways,
has to be a debut.
But, like, what's the point of having it in both?
Because maybe Pizza Tower was a great debut, but it wasn't better than the other games.
I guarantee you it was.
Can't guarantee that. You haven't played them.
That's true. I haven't played the others. You should eat those.
I don't think I should. I think it's wax. Or rock.
Anyways, with Pizza Tower, I'm up to 3.
Don't worry, I'm not much higher than you on games I played, quite honestly.
Oh man, I really want to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure, but it's stuck on like the Apple thing.
What?
Sorry, I was looking at Best Mobile Game.
Oh.
And Hello Kitty Island Adventure's under there, and it's fairly just Animal Crossing, but Hello Kitty.
Oh.
Which I love both of those things, so. Best VR, none of these. Action game, none of these. Action adventure, a very different category. None of these.
It is a little different.
I think they should have just done one action, one adventure. It's not why I'm joking at it. RPG, none of these. Best fighting, still a Street Fighter, but I've already counted that. I surprisingly haven't played Nick All-Star 2.
I've heard good things about it, actually.
Yeah, actually, I've heard it's a great improvement on the first one.
Yeah.
Alright. Best family. Pikmin 4. I'm at 4. That seems weird to me for it to be under best family. I don't know if I'd call Pikmin like a family game. I guess it's like appropriate for kids, but
it's not a family game.
That's true. That's how it works. Best sim, still Pikmin 4. Sports racing, no. Multiplayer, Street Fighter 6 and Wonder Eye both are still both counting. Adaptation, I have seen the Mario movie, so I guess technically I'm at 5.
Boom, there you go.
Most anticipated game, I have not played any of these.
Well, yeah, they're not out.
Content Creator of the Year, actually, you know what? I would say People Make Games should get Best Content Creator of the Year, because they actually do investigative journalism.
I didn't know any of the people for content creator at all.
So People Make Games just do actual like investigative journalism documentaries.
Okay.
Like one of the big ones they did was about Roblox, kind of basically using child labor
I mean,
to
yeah.
get most of their content and all that. They just did one about Palestine and stuff. They did one about this like YouTuber who basically started a cult.
Ooh, that's fun.
For video, like to make his games and stuff. So like, you know, in this list of people who I assume are streamers, yeah, I feel like they should win. So with content creator, I'm now at 6 technically.
All right, you're well on your way.
Best esports game. I played League of Legends like a decade ago, so I guess that can count.
Still League of Legends, I bet.
Esports athlete. I don't know these.
Yeah, any of the esports stuff, didn't know a single thing.
So here's the thing, like I know like fighting game esports, but they're not ever put in these categories. Esports team Nada. Esports coach, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Esports event. I know I did watch Evo. So we're at 8 technically. Oh, that's the last category. So technically 8 things. 4 of those were video games.
Nice.
Also, let me catch up on chat, just making sure. Sam saying, are you saying, or Liz asks, are you saying you played none of them? I've played very few in that entire thing. I literally should not be allowed to vote on any of them. Sam saying that I've played more than she has. I for sure have. My like actual number of video games I've played this year is over 100.
Play a lot of indie.
I play a lot of indie games. I play a lot of games that are under 2 hours. There's a lot more of like over 2 hours too. Like Pikmin 4, I think I put 60 or something. Mario, I think up to like 30 maybe.
It's a lot of time for a Mario game.
Yeah. There's a lot to do, especially if you keep losing.
Oh.
Auntie Ida, you have to talk to them. I want to go on an expedition into the desert too. Everyone says I'm too young. I don't care. Neil's going, and he's only a bit bigger than me. Plus, he's mean. I have to stay at the port gathering stinky old seaweed and doing my homework. I bet cleansing the canals with you would be more fun. I want to see what else is out there, but my parents never let me leave the village. Can you talk to them? Please?
Oh, Dee, believe me, sweetie, you wouldn't have much fun scraping the pipes of the Great Basin, that's for sure. You won't like what I'm about to say, but be patient. You have plenty of time to grow up. You'll be sailing off to the plain soon enough. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, though, but we have no choice but to go with your parents. Best not to quarrel with them in the meantime. I don't fancy crossing the plain with the 3 scowling faces. Your favorite auntie.
That's her name.
Yeah. I can hold my little frog boobs. Old Granny Yoda, Sam says.
Patient you must be.
Patient you must be. Yes.
Oh man, you know what game should have been in the best indie? Rustled Pete.
What?
That's the one I played where like you're chicken and fight hands.
Oh, yeah.
Actual thing that probably should have been in it, in my opinion, is Mussolina, but I think that might have been after the cutoff. What's the cutoff for video games?
Great question.
Is it not clear?
It is very unclear because, like I said, God of War was past the cutoff last year.
When did that come out?
I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks before the Game Awards. But then, like, Alan Wake wasn't cut off this year. So, I don't know.
When did Alan Wake come out?
2 weeks ago?
I'm gonna look it up.
my whole life's been a blur.
It came out October 27th. So, a game that I think should be in the indie category, because I like it a lot, is Mussolina. So that one should have been in too then.
Never heard of it.
Came out 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
It came out a week before Alan Wake.
Oh. Brel Gazette, issue 43, 9 octaves and 1/3 after the jaunt. Editorial. In this issue, we'll be taking a look at the creatures that gave this near-cyclical publication its name. Brellas. Well, they've come up before. In our issue on endangered tunnel wildlife and in our special edition, Inhabitants of the Great Reservoir, we've never dedicated an entire section to them. It's high time we rectified that. Brellas are best known for their slow and majestic flight. However, they begin their lives clinging to rocks. In this first stage of their life cycle, they resemble flowers known as shrinklets. From within the shrinklets come sparks, small glowing creatures that fly through the darkness of the caves and tunnels in groups. How many octaves does it take for a spark to grow into a Brella? How long do Brellas live? Has anyone ever seen one die? Much has been forgotten about Brellas.
Has everyone ever been one?
Despite them being witnesses to the tower's ancient past, the time of the writing, they've almost completely disappeared. We only know about sparks from children's stories. They've said to kidnap naughty children, and shrinklet sightings are exceptionally rare, only occurring in the remotest tunnels. In the following pages, we've attempted to piece together some facts about them. Did you know, based on the information we've gathered from the teams of water surveyors who sometimes encounter these creatures on their maintenance rounds and who we are very grateful to, being near sparks makes you feel weightless, so be sure to behave yourselves, kids. Let's hope that the drop-in activity in recent cycles will give shrinklets, sparks, and Brellas the peace, quiet, and space they need to thrive.
Sunday.
Read all about it. We read that one already, right? Oh, no.
No.
This octave, we are celebrating the safe return of Expedition 34 to the port. The expedition was led by Corey, who once again braved a horizontal world. We are proud to welcome these children of low tide who are returning with priceless treasure back among us. The members of Expedition 34, descendants of celebrated Her, Iga, and Im, who were the first to venture out into the Great Plain in search of the lost ocean, walked further than ever before and were finally able to find a new spring after numerous failed expeditions. A fresh start for many villages who've been waiting for their turn since the Furnace and Fermoy oasis hit their population limits. A welcome reception will be held next sleep. The collective of former expeditionaries has made its best seaweed pie. Bring your own beverages. I feel like I can grab that.
But should you?
Oh, didn't work. Let's see. Let's try it again, though. Nope, still didn't work. All right. Yeah, the Game Awards will be interesting this year.
They will be award show.
They will be award show.
You know, I'm still not sure if I'm actually gonna end up playing Tears of the Kingdom.
No?
If not this year, ever. I don't know, I'm just like... I still feel burnt out after Breath of the Wild. And that was 4 years ago. 6 years ago.
Yeah, see, I bought a whole Switch just to play Tears of the Kingdom, because of how much I like Breath of the Wild. And then all the things came out, and I dropped it like a fucking...
Hawk.
bad habit, man. Like, it was just... done for. I do want to return to it again at some point, but I just don't know when.
I mean, you can now play Pikmin 4.
I can play Pikmin 4. That's true. And I can play Mario Wonder by myself.
I did, other than, like, the first world.
You got this one, E?
Oh, sure.
Dearest Matt, you'll probably laugh at what I'm about to say, but I wish I were a choker. Nothing to do but be round, fluffy, and cute the whole sleep long. What? No job and no existential crisis about the future. It'd be more relaxing than going door to door, but someone has to bring the old folks water. And I never would have believed it, but I've grown fond of them. Remember old Coco? She made me listen to and dust off her shell collection. She's as deaf as a post, so someone should listen to them once in a while, she said. One of the shells always crumble to dust. They miss the ocean just like we do. Are things any better with your family? Are they still upset? No need to tell me if it's too difficult to talk about. I may not be there to support you, but I'm sending waves your way.
Ah ha ha! That Coco! Still, I admire you. I definitely wouldn't have the patience. Things with my parents are still choppy. This is a child. They let the ocean disappear, but they want to understand what happened. We're not responsible, they always say. They've left for the Cauldron's oasis. They'd requested the furnace so they could join some friends of theirs. But spots are hard to come by. At least things have calmed down for me since they left. I feel as light as can be. Maybe I should go on a trip too.
Okay, so are these just like letters?
Yeah, I think so.
So do they just reuse the same letter
I don't know.
when they respond to someone? Is that what?
It looks like it's in like a mail tube, so I think it might be like carried back and forth.
So yes, they reuse it then?
I think so.
Interesting. I mean, save on paper, I guess.
Yeah. Can't get up that way. It's over here. Hey, on the way up.
I'm gonna say, Dry, if I was playing, I think this playthrough would be like 2 hours shorter because I would not read any of these.
No?
No. Now, if it was a character standing there and they told me these things, yeah, sure, I'll talk to them.
What does this do? Oh.
It's an elevator.
Oh, there's a thing down there, though. Yeah. Nice. Oh my god, you can throw that so far.
Got a good arm.
Imagine this is what it wants me to do.
You know, I think it's kind of up to you.
I say I made that. What is this guy? Little crawling pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Let me through.
Let me in.
Oh.
Let me in.
Liz says total battle. Not sure what that's a reference to.
No guarantees. Total battle. Royal battle. Total battle. Maybe that's her favorite fighting game this year. Because I was gonna say, if I know anything about Liz, she likes fighting games, but she does like Soul Calibur.
She loves Soul Calibur, yeah.
Oh, that's her mobile game of the year. The one she's been playing. Did they even
Oh,
come out this year?
no idea.
Or you just found it this year?
She got ads for it.
IDK, fair enough. I don't know, like, I want to play more, like, I like playing mobile games, but it's such, like, a sad desert nowadays. Just trying to find, like, good ones. Because I'm not saying there's not good mobile games and stuff, but, like, there's so many just ones that are just designed to squeeze out your wallet.
I think the one Liz is playing is designed to do that too, but I think she's been pretty good about just not letting it, except for the one time.
She gave it $10.
Give it $10. Yeah, I'm not great for mobile game, like, deciding. I will just pick, like, a random puzzle game and then just play that until I'm bored of it.
It says, have you tried Total Battle? I haven't. I'm not into, like, that kind, if I remember what it is. Where it's like you, like, build a city or whatever.
You do seem to build a city, but she also has an army. There's also like a weird
Yeah.
battle system in it. It looks like. I don't know. I don't understand
see,
it at all.
That's not my vibe.
He
I
hates
play random mobile
turn-based.
games. That's what they say about me.
That's exactly what they say.
Turn-based hater, the weirdo.
Yep. That's the only way he talks about it at Thanksgiving. You do. Oh. Lets me go down again. Do I have to like climb back down after I've gone all the way up this cliff? Is that what's gonna happen?
I mean, I feel like that usually happens when you are climbing a mountain. You have to go back down sometimes. Ooh.
Yeah. I like that. That's fun. So, what else has been going on in the life of E?
I've been playing so many random small indie games.
I looked, according to my PlayStation hours, I put in the exact same amount of time into Spider-Man 2 and Alan Wake 2.
Mm.
But I know that's not true because my save time game file in Alan Wake 2 is like 30-something.
What's it in Spider-Man?
Like 20-something. It's similar, but not exactly the same. Pretty. I have seen so many people coming down from the heights, and some are stopping in low tide.
Dracula.
Maybe my situation's not so hopeless after all. I'm going for Dracula now. The ocean provides for a patient heart, as my mother used to say. Maybe I'll finally manage to meet someone. He's been slim pickings here. Apart from old Yam, maybe. He makes my heart fleep with his dimples, calloused hands, and that plaid shirt he always wears.
Fleep with his dimples. Yum, the baker? I hope you're joking. I can never tell when you're pulling my leg. Anyway, I'm leaving the tower too. Sorry, bossa. I don't know how else to tell you. I wish we could clip our carabinas together like we used to. That's a euphemism. Before running aground on the old pier. I wish I could convince you to come with me. But that's how it is. I'm crewing up with the neighboring village. They found me a spot on one of their pebbles. We'll see each other again on the plane, won't we? Don't be angry with me. I'll miss your letters. Like C and H.
Oh, there's the thing. Alright, and then I just jump to this. Is that what's doing? Wants me to do? That seems right. Cool. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright, check it out. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright. Not my real dad. Cool. Alright.
You can't just keep quoting the same movie.
It is a sketch, sir. And it has been in my head since I
Basically,
saw it 10 years ago. Well, 13 years ago. 1975.
The years keep getting added, and it's unfair, you know?
They just keep. There's more of them every year.
They should just stop them.
That'd be cool. Savoon says 20, 30. It's only one digit off.
Yeah, basically.
Chapter 3.
How many chapters are there? Do you know?
I don't know. You can check if you want to.
Sure. I guess that so we can know what like halfway is.
I think it's only like a 3 or 4 hour game, so. I chose a small thing.
For once.
For
No, I'm joking.
once. This ain't no Rogue Legacy 2, I'll tell you that.
Let's see. It looks like there's 6 chapters, so we're almost halfway.
Okay. We'll finish this chapter out and then end the stream for the night.
After an hour?
Maybe not. Oh, that's taking me really far away. I don't feel confident in that at all.
What do you mean? Look at it.
I just feel like I got all the way up
Guy
here.
just like guy just farted on you.
Yeah, that happens.
It's messed up.
These things happen. Logbook 12. Or logbook. 12 octaves and 1/3 after the Jusant. This is an adventure, alright. I mean, fine. We've only just gotten started. We still haven't strayed off the beaten path, but for me, this is huge. I can't wipe the smile off my face. I think I needed this. To feel the rocks under my hands. To experience something out of the ordinary. To move. I'm getting to know my companions better. Though our chit-chat mainly revolves around which route to take to join the expedition, Met and Soul are already getting along like a house on fire. They can probably hear us laughing all the way down the salt plain. By embarking on this journey, Soul wants to try to return to the world of yesterday, and Met wants to save the world of tomorrow. As for me, if I can just make it to the meeting point alive, I'll be happy. I never dared leave home before now. Well, leave for real, without my parents. But I dreamed about it. Having incredible adventures, finding a new port to call home. Anywhere but low tide. I never really felt like I belonged there. Maybe I didn't try hard enough, spent too much time dreaming of far-off places. What is there for me back in low tide? Apart from empty houses and questions without answers. It was high time to give something else a try. For me and Met, climbing is usually something we do when we have no other choice. To say we hesitate each time we have to launch ourselves into the open air with only our rope securing us is an understatement. But we encourage and belay each other. For Soul, it's a different story. He sets the route with incredible ease. He tells us about how he used to climb as a kid to gather seaweed with his parents. That was before the Jusant. Another era. Since then, he's seen the drought slowly transform the tower into a desert. It sort of reminds me of the sailors from the stories you sometimes hear. The ones who can't get used to the inertia of the tower after spending their entire lives on the waves. Soul himself is definitely ungainly when it comes to walking, which terrified us as kids. When he climbs, he's as nimble as a sour I tried to carve. Bianca. I think the actual letters of Bianca are a lot better written than just the random dialogue letters.
Yeah, I mean, it's always weird with this kind of game, like the balance you have to hit.
Yeah.
Because like that, it's ultimately a thing with like a letter like that. Pacing is a lot harder to do.
Yeah.
And like they do cut you off every now, like sometimes, but it's weird how it is like versus just like a dialogue box, because you're basically completely in control then.
Yeah.
Especially if you have actual voice acting, I suppose.
That's true.
Unless, you know, you have someone like me playing where I'm like, I read it, and then no matter where it is in the voice acting, I'll stop it.
Guess I'm going down this. I'd be real upset if I have to climb a whole bunch again.
I bet it's gonna break.
I don't think that's the type of game.
Let's see. Dang. Well, you broke your leg.
Yeah, that's gone forever. That's just crumbled. Wonder if I get to snow at some point. That wouldn't make sense. That would just make it to where water happens. That's not really the point of this, I don't think.
Maybe it's super cold everywhere, though.
Ooh.
But also, they definitely could just use the snow if there's... I don't know, I guess if it's like acid snow.
Ooh, acid snow. Now we're thinking. Could go for some acid snow right now. Yeah, this is like the control scheme is a much easier version of Grow Home.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw some more quickly when the sun's out. Are you still getting, like, gameplay tips?
I am.
You think there's actually like a day-night system, or do you think just some chapters the sun's out?
I think just some chapters the sun's out. Missed it. Back. Come on, I had that.
Clearly not.
What am I grabbing for? Maybe that's what I'm not understanding. That. Maybe I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I'm supposed to be going up. Yeah, I don't understand.
You
what I'm
know,
supposed
that's
to be doing.
usually how the game works.
Yeah, that makes sense. I thought I had to go sideways, but no, it doesn't. It wants up. I see now.
I see, said the blind man.
Oh, gotta rest. Shake those arms.
That's a new dance craze.
Shake those arms.
Yeah,
Shake those arms like your mama made them, or something.
that's how it goes, I'm pretty sure.
What's over there, though?
I think rocks.
Think you're right. I also think if I keep just going along this path, I can choose if I go left or right.
I bet it won't matter.
I mean, it'll matter somewhat. It'll be my journey.
That's true. I should just make a game where just the entire like mountain geography is climbable and be like, hey, the path you choose is up to you, even though it wouldn't matter in the slightest.
That's grow home, basically.
Well, you like are a robot in that though.
You are a robot. Logbook. 12 octaves and 2 seconds after the Jusant. We did it! I'm completely wrong, Cal, but we made it in time to join the expedition. There weren't many of us there. Barely a handful. Look how peaky the poor thing is. She's shaking like a sewing machine. Felt so far from home. But the tone was more encouraging than mocking. My efforts have been acknowledged and appreciated. I was too out of breath to reply, but a new emotion rose up inside me. I was proud. Proud to have made it this far. Still doubled over from exertion, I looked around at the others. Everyone there had left everything behind to be there. They had a fire in their eyes, a desire to change things, and I was part of it. That's all it took to fill me with fresh energy. Arlo and Becca welcomed us to their sun-scorched farm with open arms. They were emotional and the mood was solemn. They're the last farmers left in these parts, and they're the ones who put together this expedition. They spent their entire lives trying and failing to fight the drought. Nothing grows on the cliffs anymore. In their own funny-sounding words, not one measly plant grows in these here fields no more. Hope I'm not reproducing the Highfield dialect too badly. Then Becca told us about their wild scheme, setting off for the clouds to find water in the sky. At her words, a murmur rose up from the group. There was talk of how feasible the plan was, how best to go about it, which routes to take, and which sections to avoid. Arlo and Becca want to find ballasts, as they're called lower down, enormous creatures made of water that are said to live in the clouds. Ballasts only exist in sleep stories for children. Well, that's what I always thought before embarking on this adventure. They're Arlo and Becca's last hope. And I'm starting to believe in them too. We may have a chance to save the tower. It's up to us to seize it. Bianca.
We'll go find those ballasts.
I'm gonna find some ballasts. Oh, look, a note. Is moving really the solution? Makes no sense to be leaving the tower. Like the drought's going to fix itself while we're gone. Even our parents' fields empty to crowd round a watering hole right in the middle of the Great Plain. What then? When your oasis dries up, where will we go then? I don't think this is how we're going to solve the problem. There are other options if you ask me. What do they say about ballasts? They're carved into the walls wherever you look. Gab's even seen some in the old paintings. There's talk of them here, that's for sure. Plenty of folk even say the ballasts are the ones who stole our water. We should make sure of that, shouldn't we? We should go up to the clouds to find out. It might be a solution up in those parts. Might not be, but there sure ain't none down on our plain, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, maybe they didn't steal the water. I don't know. That's a bold decision.
Nah, that's a bold take.
Bold
I don't
claim.
know. Yeah.
Come on, Arlo. Oh, you should have did the Arlo the puppet voice.
What, Arlo the puppet?
He's just he's a blue puppet who does reviews.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Arlo. You can't be serious. Cloud giants, really? Those are a bunch of tall tales. Common sense tells us to go with the flow. And the flow is going downward. We've been assigned a spring. Yes, it's in the middle of the plain, but it's our last hope, our future. It'd be nice if you there, folks, could see that.
You folks over there. Nah. Alright, can't climb
If
up in this.
those people could see.
If those ones. Oh. Create shade here. Dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh shit.
Dead. You're in the heat, you're gonna die.
Oh, okay, so I gotta be pretty fast there then.
Or smart.
Or smart, which not that, so gotta be fast.
Can you not just keep making up?
No, it doesn't just keep going.
Unfortunately.
Because it's in the sun.
Right. Wee.
Ah, dang it.
And then drop.
Basically.
Ooh, put a rock on that.
Oh, I'm gonna. Maybe. There we go.
Yo, that one's just floating.
Yeah.
Sounds so sad.
There we go. Kind of a little bit, yeah.
What if you're using up this creature's life force, Jiraiya?
That'd be weird.
Why would that be weird?
I don't know.
I feel like the creature's what makes the orb, right?
It does make like a shadow orb thing, yeah. Maybe this is a baby ball ass.
We have to find the mother bolass.
How high could this cliff be, you know? I bet there's like a ton of secret routes you can take in this.
I don't know.
Makes it sound like
Maybe.
there is. I want to go down.
Impossible. Thou shalt never go down.
Always down. Sometimes up.
You can only go down when you're dead.
Dark. Like a weird thing. Oh, it's my little boop frog. Nothing here, huh? Oh,
Just chairs.
more down. That's what's here.
You can keep going down until you drown. Is that better?
I think that's the opposite of what happens, actually. I think there's no drowning. That's the problem.
Let's test your theory. Let's jump off right now and see if we hit water.
Okay. I can see where I came from. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's true.
I don't think you can see it anymore now.
Closed permanently or until the sun decides to start moving again. Huh.
So the sun is bad.
Sun's bad.
I guess that's true in real life too, actually.
Yeah, the sun's not really great. I mean, it's good, but it's not like... Actually, it's not
Kills
even the
people.
sun's fault, really.
What, that causes skin cancer?
Yeah, that's really our fault for having skin.
That's true. You don't hear turtles complain about skin cancer.
Yeah, well... Those little fuckers also get straw stuck in their nose so they can do coke better, so...
What?
You know how
What's this a
turtles do.
reference to?
Nothing, it's just that's how turtles be.
Mm.
Be purposely
Of
shoving
course.
straws up their nose.
Is that what they do in the turtle club?
No, it's just what I've noticed with turtles. They're all addicted to cocaine. It's a huge problem. I don't know how you don't know about this.
I fell asleep.
Well, that'll do it. Alright, well, I feel like that was useless.
It's like, you know, I'm like the opposite of woke because I'm asleep all the time.
It's like a bad intro to a rap battle.
You don't think I could win one with that?
I think that's a great intro, E. Great, terrible intro. Oh, let's see what's up here. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go.
Ain't that how it be?
Ain't that the way? This looks like it used to be a sauna of some kind.
I mean, yeah, these are all like stores and stuff, it seems.
They used to have so many water.
They used to have so much, but now it's gone because global warming.
Yeah, seems pretty ham-fisted on that one, doesn't it?
Well, we haven't solved it yet, so...
That's true.
Yeah,
It's
I
true.
feel like we're not allowed to complain about that until we actually solve it.
We figure it out. Ow. Can't grab those, okay. Never mind then. Oh. Gonna make me go the hard way.
Or is it the lard way?
I don't... Oh, that's cool.
Bugs.
That's neat.
I would not trust that.
I'm trusting it. In
What if
real
one
life,
of
I
them
would
is
not
like,
trust
"I'm
grabbing
tired."
a weird bug, though.
In real life, I would not be anywhere this high. I would have been like, that's pretty cool, huh? It's kind of because I do like hiking, but like just rock climbing, nah.
Very different. Very, very different.
Yeah. They're both mountains.
I guess, yeah. Logbook, 12 octaves and 1/5 after the Jusant. There's so many people climbing down from the heights. Like a fish swimming upstream, like in the stories. For the Jusant, we rose and fell with the tides. I remember hearing the old schooners describe enormous waves. Ones that drove people
You could call people that.
Schooners? Shooters? Shooters?
Just-
Upward with each high tide. They'd never seen the ocean themselves. They were just repeating what they'd heard from their elders when they themselves were young. But there must have been a grain of truth to those stories, right? The ocean nourished the cliffs, and in return, the cliffs nourished the entire tower. Anyway, the inhabitants of low tide set enough store in them to set what? The inhabitants of low tide set enough store in them to set off in search of the ocean. That's weird. I wavered too. Should we try to hook the lost water? In a way, yes, but not by going with the flow. I have the answer now, thanks to Arlo and Becca. We need to go back to the source. We shared our shady spot with a man named Zoe. He was on his way down to the plane and tried to convince us to go with him. Why stay? You understand why we wouldn't go. You won't get nothing out of these fields no more. The earth ain't worth a blessed thing. He grabbed a fistful of dust and held it up as proof. Zoe continued on his way while we prolonged our break, dreading having to go back out into the blazing sun. I refused to believe him. Ever since we set off, I feel like I'm rediscovering the tower. Like I've never truly looked at it or listened to it before. My perspective's changing the higher up we go. I'm sure we're on the right track. Bianca. I think I'm only going to stop for the Bianca letters at this point.
You're not feeling it?
Yeah, I don't really care about the other stories.
Oh, well, you'll not let us make funny voices.
I think that's okay. Sometimes. I think that's totally okay sometimes.
Look, take a look at this guy, guys. Doesn't want the silly voices. It would be better if we had more than like 5 voices each.
Yeah, that would help a lot. And if we like knew what we were even doing, like whose voice. Person left a caramel bun in the canteen. I ate it. Sorry, not sorry. There's one around the corner. I'm just not gonna read these mail ones, the mail tube things.
Yeah, that's fine.
They add texture to the world, but I'm not super invested.
That's a nice crunch.
Yeah, it adds a nice little to the whole thing, but
You don't have to sell me on not reading all these things.
selling myself, E.
Dry's like, I need to read, but I can't. I'm not strong enough.
Like it's just not enough there for me. Hey, look, a ladder. But I almost fell off.
I so want you to just jump off and see what happens.
I'll try that before we end stream. How about?
What if it doesn't? What if you can't like save though? What if it saves you down there after that?
That would suck. There's gotta be fall damage though, right?
I don't know if there is.
I don't know if there is either.
It'd be more punishing if there's not.
Yeah. Wahoo!
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it wants me to go.
Have you tried up?
Yeah. Now I have.
Oh, I'm out of options.
Gonna swing towards that thing, see what happens. Going somewhere.
Oh, when what? Oh, when what? Oh, when what? Yeah, you should get on those ones. They're faster.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hey, there we go. That's a thing. So, E,
Yeah.
I'll be a little vague here, but how interested would you be
In playing a video game.
No, actually.
Shit.
In being a part of the other thing, that a project that I've been wanting to start that I'm going to be starting soon. Not in all of it, you don't have to be, obviously, but just occasionally.
Oh yeah. I feel like it would be hard for me to occasionally be a part of it.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I was thinking of the original plane you had, not the new one. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Is this the right thing?
Everything looks the same.
I, like, don't know if I can even climb on that. I think I can, though, actually. I'll try. Hey, look at that.
What does that do for you?
I don't know.
But you can do it.
Yeah.
That's a long rope.
It's a very long rope. Nice. That's satisfying when it works out, actually. I can go all the way down there again if I want.
Let's do it.
Ooh, tree. Well, that's just dead. That's clay. That's not a real tree at all.
Unforge.
Get a sip of sugar drink. Since I have decided to stop drinking caffeine again, my lemonade consumption has gone way up.
I don't know if that's any better.
No caffeine. That's really the only thing. It's because I'm a caffeine addict, E. And I got sick, so I like didn't drink any caffeine. So it's just like a natural way for me to just not be drinking caffeine.
I drink more caffeine when I'm sick, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to drink like ginger ale and
Ginger ale doesn't have
Sierra
caffeine.
Mist and like Sprite.
No caffeine in any of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I lied. Actually, speaking of me just being straight up wrong about things, so you know interstates.
I'm aware of them. I've heard of one.
Yeah, I thought the name of them was Interstate, and I was
Like
and
inner,
I
like
learned-
inside of.
Yeah.
Oh.
The reason I learned is because like I was talking about like where something is in relation to like the thing. I was like, oh, you know, it's like by the interstate, outer state, whatever. My roommate started cracking up at outer state, and I just thought because I just said something dumb as usual, which it still is, but like it was completely wrong.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But the funny part is, yeah, like I get away with it for my entire life because of our accent.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is just funny, because for you it was like if you didn't like say outer state, I would have never known that you like you say it wrong. It
That's
was
pretty
very
good.
funny.
That's pretty good. All right. Follow the. Wow, that's a lot of grubs. Oh boy.
I also learned how like the plastic blinds work. I didn't realize there's a reason they can like turn forward or backwards when you open and close them.
Like string ones that are attached to a string?
Like the ones that basically come with a house.
Okay. I mean,
Uh,
I never thought too much about it, if I'm being honest.
Neither did I. So, you know, I live in a basement, so I think this is a
You sure do.
yeah. So I feel like it makes sense. I never thought about this. You can turn them like inward or outward, and the reason is because it's so you can turn it to basically go the opposite way the sun is going. So like rising or falling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like if it's inward, like light can go down it. So you want that when it's right, the sun's rising. If you're like, if you live on, if your window's on the side that the sun would rise, and then you turn it for when the sun's setting, so that like it blocks out. So like it's designed in a way so that it can block out the sun the most efficiently.
Huh. Interesting. I just always turn it, like my preference is to turn it upward, because
Yeah.
I hate the sun and I just don't like glare. So I think that's my way to not have glare. Never
Right,
thought
like, so
about it
that's-
though.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like if the window's on the other side, you should technically turn it the other way.
Huh.
Yeah, I
This
learned
game
two things.
stopped
I learned
working.
that it's not I learned it's not interstate, and I learned how blinds work. Yeah, the interstate thing was just so funny.
It's pretty good.
There's probably a bunch of words like that I just, and I think like in my mind I knew it was interstate, but I think just after so long I like stopped remembering that fact.
Just like, this is it. This is what it is. I know.
Yeah, interstate, outer state. There's a lot of facts in my life I unlearned.
All right. Let's see. Hey, there we
These
go.
are going ham right now. Oh,
It really is. I think this is like the biggest climb I've had actually so far. Nice.
right. Think of how cool it would be if you fall right now, though.
I think my back would break.
And what's cooler?
What's cooler than a
Back
broken
breaking.
back? It'd be just like Batman.
Exactly. You remember Batman 2? And by Batman 2, I mean Batman 3?
I do like the music. I think it's like helps a lot actually.
Very calming and peaceful.
Yeah. Sets the tone. It's a very chill game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, made it to the next thing.
This is like a soundtrack that would be great to put on if you're just gonna go for a walk.
Yeah, going for like a walk or a long drive or something. Yeah, it'd be great for that.
Maybe I feel like I
Maybe
might
not
fall
drive
asleep
because you'd
if
fall
it's a
asleep.
drive.
Yeah, yeah. Logbook 12. Logbook. 12 octaves and 2/3 after the Jusant. Warning. This journal entry will definitely be too long, but I have so much to say. 1 second then.
Let me drink a billion lemonade real quick.
Let me get all that syrup in my throat. Definitely good for it. I got to see Eam again. I'm so glad I got to drop anchor at her hut. We made up for the lost time in the blink of an eye. I almost capsized when I heard her laugh again. I'd missed it that much. She started by grumbling about something before shrugging and changing the subject, just like old times. I found myself chattering endlessly. The words flooded out of me. I told her everything, from my parents getting ready to pack up and go to our theories about water in the clouds. Everything got all jumbled up and I could could tell my chatter made no sense, but she nodded as though she'd never heard anything more profound. It was about then that I realized the whole team was gawking at us with round fish eyes. Oops. How long had I been standing there talking to Eam, right in front of them? I haven't even set my backpack down yet. It was so awkward. Eam gave a frown and barked orders at the assembled group. There was hardtack to repair for everyone at the hut and mattresses to air out. Plus, the salt the wind had blown into the corners. Everyone sprang up and got to work without another word. Eam's one tough cookie, that's for sure. Plus, she was armed with a wooden spoon that she was brandishing wildly. A pot was soon set to heat in the sun while Sol swept the floor and Arla scraped the plates. Ian gave me a wink and I laughed harder than I had in ages. Later on, our stomachs full and feet bandaged, Ian told us the stories she heard from travelers who stopped by her hut. One of them grabbed my attention, the legend of the Piper, a musician of old. He was said to travel from region to region with his flute to make it rain. I never heard tell of it back home, but Arlo and Becca had. Where they're from, they say he'd celebrate the rain's arrival rather than making it rain. When comes the water, dances the piper. I'm trying to keep my hands occupied, but I can't settle down, so staying busy will delay our departure. I've already rewound all my rope and checked over my pack. I brought way too many things aboard. And this heat, besides, maybe I don't need these 3 teapots of my favorite flower pots after all. I couldn't just leave them behind. What?
So yeah, you might.
Might not, yeah.
I could be useful.
I couldn't just leave them behind, but I know I can't go on like this. I'm entrusting them to you, Eam. I hope they bring you as much comfort as they've brought me. I hope to see you again one day. I'm your crewmate. Always. Bianca.
Artac's like super burnt crackers, right?
Like super, super hard bread. Like it'll break your teeth if you're not careful, yeah. I think it was pretty common in World War I and World War II, if I remember correctly. It's a very big
it's easy
open
to
area.
make, I guess, or
Easy to make. It's pretty light, and it is a bunch of carbs and salt and stuff like that. So like easy meal stuff, I guess. And if you have water, then you technically could like put some in your mouth, and then just like let the water dissolve it.
You could eat it actually if you have
You
water.
could try to anyway. That's a scroll.
What if you just like leave it in your mouth all day?
I imagine it would just
Is
soak
that, like,
up
a way
all
you
the
can eat
water.
Oh, so you would probably dehydrate yourself.
Yeah, I think that's what would end up happening. Scroll.
Jiraiya, that's what happened. Someone dropped all the hardtack in the ocean. That's what happened.
Mystery solved.
God, I would love to have like a post-apocalyptic world and have the reason it's become apocalyptic because of a stupid thing like that. Someone dropped all the hardtack in the ocean and all the water is gone.
That'd be pretty good, actually. That would be pretty good. All right. Wahoo! Ow. Okay, that wasn't great. All right. The climbing feels really good in this. That's something that is nice about it. Like when the music is just nice and calming and you got the climbing going, like it is kind of turn your brain off kind of hypnosis kind of thing.
Honestly, gives me a lot of getting over it vibes for sure.
I feel like I just need to play that at this point. You mentioned that a lot.
I haven't played it. I should probably play it before you would. Like if one of us plays it, it should probably be me.
Okay, yeah.
So like getting over it, you know, it was like the big rage game, but like as time went on, it like got an unironic, people unironically started really enjoying it.
Oh, okay. One of
And
those.
I like actually was interested because you know like rage games are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, tons of them.
But like rage games that actually have like a reason to play them aren't.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna make me do that. Okay. Yeah, like there's that one that everyone was playing for like a couple weeks straight, climbing one. You like climb into outer
Yeah.
space. That one just seems
The one
so
that was-
frustrating.
So like I learned more about that, and it had stuff like it had invisible walls, it had like insta death parts.
Yeah,
and,
like-
and like you couldn't tell, like it was just literal trial and error.
Yeah.
Or like with getting over it, you can like it's a game you can like master. You can learn the controls and stuff.
Yeah. That game was just meant to enrage people.
See, also Sam with hardtack, basically flour water or something. Flour water, sometimes salt.
Yeah, yeah,
Else
that's
is-
pretty simple.
Zafoon's not buying the drop to hardtack theory. He's still thinking it's gonna be the plug. He still thinks it's the drain plug. He's gonna look for a rubber duck.
Man, every time I saw a rubber duck in Alan Wake 2, I was like, is this the duck?
Rubber ducky. Is this the duck?
Yeah. Oh shit!
That poor bug.
Yeah, that was almost bad for me though. Thanks, bug. The bugs do get tired also, which I find funny.
I mean, it makes sense, so they can't just take you infinite.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to forget that if you like let something go on forever, players will literally just take it forever.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like I had a friend test one of my games, and I had like a platform that would just like you step on it and it starts moving, and I didn't like think to stop it, so he just got on it and just waited, and the game I think eventually just crashed from like an overflow.
Nice.
Sam says the duck from Control.
The duck from Control. Oof, this is gonna be close.
Will it?
Hey.
I don't think that was close at all.
It was a little close. Come on, Scarabs. Take me to the promised land.
I don't think those are scarabs.
Well, who knows? I'm not a scientist. Oh, there's a couple different ways to go about this.
One is to take all the scarabs.
Huh. Multiple paths. Okay. I'd bet there's different notes on different paths is the thing.
Maybe. One's like, oh god, the hardtack.
And the other one's like, hardtack, yay.
That would be the funniest thing, is like... Actually, that's kind of a, like, really interesting thing you could do, where, like, there's an easy path and a hard path, and, like, the easy path, or the hard path just has, like, a better story.
Yeah.
like more reactions from the player, and, like, they find more interesting things.
That would be funny, actually.
And we put that in my list of everything.
Of all the things you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, I have an actual, like, folder that's just a list of game ideas.
Hey, there you go.
My
hey.
favorite is the ones that have almost no information in them. Like, 3D platformer in Kids Fun Zone. I don't know, it's like, it'd be cool to be doing 3D platformer in Chuck E. Cheese type area. That's like all the notes. Yeah, let me find it real quick.
Would be cool to be doing platforming in Chuck E. Cheese type area.
Okay.
That's the next FNAF game, actually.
Oh yeah, so it's called Kid Fun Zone Open World.txt. Open world game, but it's just a big Chuck E. Cheese. Honestly, a kid's fun zone with cool schmovement sounds great. That's it. That's all the info.
That's your like drunk text to yourself.
I mean, even like my quote unquote like detailed stuff has stuff like enemy that is like Galaga item in Smash. Enemy that chases you when you get a key, floppy disk. Have last fish have a berry that comes out of the boot.
Oh, gotta have that.
I did actually. I added that. That's one of the things I added.
There you go.
Soul jalapeno.
Swole jalapeno?
Soul.
Oh.
Man.
See, now I can see where I came from.
My favorite are some are literally just an idea. Like I just have Project X Zone but with indie games, and then there's nothing in it.
There's nothing of it. Just that's what it is. That's my idea.
I mean, that's the idea, really. I don't know what else to add to that because I think it's kind of self-explanatory. That one I think was just so like I was just talking to people in a Discord, and they were like, "Man, it would be kind of cool if there was like a Project X Zone but with indie games." And I was like, "That would be cool."
Hey, you got something on. You're onto something there. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted.
If it wasn't like actual ideas I want to do, I'd just keep listing the dumb shit I write.
Yeah. I get you.
Oh yeah, this is going top-down ARPG.txt.
What?
So just put a genre. That's the whole.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
I have like actual info in it, but it's just I never came up with like a name or like the main gimmick. I just like, yeah, I want to make one day.
All right. Turns out this is the path for me the whole time.
This is my path. It was made for me.
Is that a reference?
Half.
Oh. Oh, missed it.
You turn off your TV.
Yeah, that's what that was. Like, didn't I just come from there? Not quite, I guess. No. Okay.
Look how fun it would be if you jumped off.
Oh, it tricked me. I thought that was a lever.
It was a letter. You were 2 letters off.
Ooh. I do like the art design in this too. I think it looks nice.
Yeah. I wish it was everything was orange, but that's just kind of.
Yeah, that's just kind of what this game
it's
is.
a mountain.
I would like to see this game with HDR on. See how orange it really gets.
I would like to see it with that permanently disabled.
Well, it's disabled right now, so
You should not be able to, actually, I think is what I want to see.
Debbie Downer over here.
Listen. I want shorter games with worse graphics by people who get paid more to work less.
I totally agree with paid more, work less. Make my games pretty, though.
No, make them look worse. Gamers don't deserve it.
Well, listen, Alan Wake is one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played. I deserve that game. I earned it. I was a good boy.
You got that because you're the only person who bought Alan Wake. You individually arguably count for like half of the people who've played Alan Wake.
I think I bought Alan Wake 1 like 6 times all in total, so.
It's like, it's like, you know, the amount of people who played Alan Wake is actually due to a statistical outlier. Drea, who bought Alan Wake 10 times, should not have been counted. Alan Wake actually sold 2 copies.
Let's see. What do we got here? Take me up and over, Scarab.
Up and at 'em. It's dying.
It's dying.
You killed it.
Not quite. Hey, good enough. Shake it off, shake it off.
I thought you said you don't like Taylor Swift.
I hate you. Let's ask, is your character sunburnt or are they just orange? They could be sunburnt, but they might just be orange.
I think they're just dehydrated, actually.
Honestly,
you should get to that thing real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Might have jaundice. Jaundice makes you yellow, I guess.
But the sun hurts a whole lot in this, so I could see the sunburnt thing. And you can kind of see the heat waves coming off that. That's cool.
Nope, too good graphics. Tone it down.
Hey, the weird rock vagina.
Hey, give it a good blow.
Just blow right into that rock vagina. Boop frog's vibing.
The magic conch, says Sam. I hope they grow moss.
Hope they grow no moss. Boomts. What the fuck are you?
A big one.
Yeah, I guess. That's Mama.
I always like your character looks disinterested in everything.
Yeah. Hey, the cloud whale thing.
Wow.
Well. Those deadpan, soulless eyes, Ifun says. All right. You scary, gross environments. All right, that's the end point for this evening.
Nice. We're converging.
Yeah.
We
Gallery.
are convergence.
I have nothing in the gallery.
You have not seen a single thing.
Letters.
You
I missed
half of them.
Oh, I missed a Bianca letter.
Damn. You'll never know.
I'll never know. And yeah, I've missed a lot of these letters already. A lot.
To be fair, you were intentionally missing them after a point.
Yes, I was, absolutely. Go to the main menu. Hate that. I hate when games do that.
What?
The any unsaved progress thing. I fucking hate it.
I get why, because like theoretically something could have happened between that was like, just be like, hey, we saved this many minutes ago.
Yeah,
So you
just
can,
do that. That's the best way to do it. Is, hey, you saved a minute ago, so that you just are aware. All right, I'm gonna go over to this, and then, boom. All right. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game so far. I think it feels pretty good to play, actually.
That's good.
Music is super chill. I like the Bianca letters a lot. I think those are really well written.
Just as long as I never have to read another random citizen.
It's just like it's not adding enough for me. Yeah. So looks like this will be one more stream, and then he gets to continue his symphony. Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be good.
Thinking of adding a C chord.
C chord? Oh, goddamn it. Yeah. Tomorrow, podcast episode comes out.
Yeah. Just me and Jiraiya.
Just me and E. It is a last ones in podcast. Went to the movies. We went and saw a movie called The Holdovers. I thought it was very, very good. It is already leaving the theater that we go to.
Damn.
So there's that. not a long run for that one.
I feel like they should be required to go at least like a month, 2 weeks at least.
So
3.
that's all stuff that is negotiated with the theaters upon contract signing. There is a minimum time that the movie will be in theaters, with options to keep it going if it's doing well. Disney famously has extremely long contracts on all of its movies. Like, I think every Marvel movie, the deal is for 2 weeks. The movie has to be in the biggest screen, best theater, whatever it is that that theater has. They have to agree to those terms. And then after that, it's 2 more weeks in theaters on whatever screens they want.
And then Avatar has its contract where they just get all the time. Like, they could just have their movie come back in whenever they want.
Yeah, I mean, it's Avatar's made all the money, so they'll take it, I'm sure. But yeah, that episode out tomorrow, so check that out. Saturday, we will be doing
something
random thing. Who knows? It's going to be a good time, though. It's going to be hanging out and doing something weird. And then, yeah. Next Thursday, we will get back to finishing the 2 trilogies that we have left.
And then end of the year stuff, probably.
Yeah, then end of the year stuff, which is crazy hectic end of the year for me, at least. Anything else there, E?
Not really, no.
All right.
A link tree.
Oh, Linktree.
Which is, of course, linktr.ee/LOIP. It's in the chat. It's in your brain. I just sent it to you telepathically. It's got where the podcast stuff is, like we just said, and our Twitch stream and archive. Hey, if you're coming from the archive, why don't you take a look at our Twitch?
Yeah.
We're so close, guys,
We
to
are
our followers.
just right there to our follower goal. Like, actually, kind of, though. Also, though.
Yeah, like, actually, to, like, a real one, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be it for us tonight. Everybody out there, be safe. We will talk to you again very, very soon. E, thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Gonna fade out and let you guys listen to this game music for a little bit. Have a good one. Bye.